Okay, we are live. Hello everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another episode of Ranting and Raving with Kevin Live, episode 5. Although technically episode 6, but you all know what happened with episode 0, at least I hope you do. So there's quite a bit to discuss this evening. I have all my articles and some videos to react to, as well as some general thoughts. You may have noticed I have been on my anime binge now after taking a break, playing a bunch of video games, you all know I started the Trails games over the past year. Then I played a bunch of East games and the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, which I uploaded my review of 3 yesterday. Hopefully you checked that out. The forgotten Final Fantasy game. Because it is. No one talks about 3 or 2 or 5, but I will. That's what I'm here for. So did that, then I played Ys Origin, which holy shit, man. Ys Origin is the best Ys game I played so far. Can't wait to upload my review of that. Probably within the next month or so with my weekly uploads. Then Ys 7, which did I talk about that last week? Ys 7 kind of pissed me off, and I said, alright, I need to take a break from video games for a while. So I've been binge watching the Fate series, and have pretty much caught up to everything. I'm currently watching the Fate Grand Order anime series. It's got a wacky-ass title. It's called Fate Grand Order Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia. I don't know what the deal is with the titles, but it's quite good. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that later on. Sort of give mini reviews of the Fate series because, you know, I should have recorded some reviews after each thing I watched. I watched a bunch of movies, and then there's like 12 episode series, and this one I think is a 24 episode series. But I sort of just been watching them all back to back, so I mean, I guess I could go back and record reviews for all of them. That would be good, I guess. But maybe I could do mini reviews here on this live stream and talk about them. And my takeaway from the Fate series is I feel like, just in the general sphere of how it's looked at with other anime series and whatnot, I feel like it might be overrated by hardcore fans of the Fate series, but I feel like it's kind of underrated for the general populace, if that makes any sense. Because I've quite enjoyed it. I mean, there's something you gotta look at different way. Like, different series need to be looked at differently, in that not everything has to be a 10 out of 10. Like, this is something that we've sort of morphed into, where everything is either a 10 out of 10 or it's a 3 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, there's room for 7 out of 10s and things to be in the middle and to be enjoyed, which I have been thoroughly enjoying the Fate series, and I'm really looking forward to the visual novel is finally going to be released. I mean, there's ways you can play it online, of course. There's always been like fan translations, but they're finally releasing the visual novel in English later this year, and I'm looking forward to going through that. But anyway, welcome guys, welcome V Scorpio, welcome Justin, welcome Komanga. How are you guys all doing today? Yo, sup? WB Kevin. What does WB mean? How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Sugoi! Yes, Komanga. What? What? I lost 2 viewers now. What's going on, guys? Alright, anyway, there's quite a bit to discuss. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. I mean, I'll tell you what I have bookmarked here. We have, of course, the absolute state of play. What did they call that? Was it the PlayStation Showcase or the absolute state of play? I forget what the hell it was called. That kind of depends. Let's see. Oh, it was a state of play. So, yeah, it's the absolute state of play. And it was awful. And, you know, I knew it was going to be bad. And, I mean, there could be a lot of people saying that now. Like, I knew in retrospect it was going to suck. But I follow a lot of JRPG people. And the cope I saw from them, in that they're like, oh, we're going to get the Final Fantasy V remake trailer. We're going to get the Final Fantasy VII Part 3 trailer. We're going to get Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Like, I'm sorry, guys. And I don't know how it's taken them so long to realize this, but PlayStation and the greater video game populace doesn't give a fuck about JRPGs. We are still the low man on the totem pole, and they're going to cater to the bullshit like Concord. Did you see that? We'll goof on that later. but they're gonna cater and the Silent Hill 2 remake, like Konami. What is going on over at Konami? I mean, I know Konami's sort of been away for a while, and they just do remasters and the gacha shit and whatever, but there's comparison. Silent Hill 2, which I don't even know, was it a PS1 or I think it was a PS2 game. The PS2 game looks better than the PS5 game. It's honestly baffling. And to see the fake hype, which I wonder if these guys are all just bought out by Sony, where they gotta hype this shit up. It's like, oh my god, the best Tekken state of play ever. Like, are you kidding yourselves? I mean, this is why I'm so happy to be in the place I'm in, where I don't give a shit about any of these new games coming out. Like, that's another thing I'll talk about, and we'll show the information there. Trails Through Daybreak, which is releasing in July, is getting a demo, I think, next week, in the first week in June, and here we are, June 1st. And the demo is for the prologue and Chapter 1, and it's like, no, I'll wait for July. I don't want to, like, play the beginning of the game, get hooked, and then wait a month to continue playing it, where I see everyone just, hype, 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 I gotta get hyped. It's like, aren't you tired? Like, it's gotta be exhausting to get hyped for all this stuff, and you know, when you're myself just taking a break watching through the Fate series now, it's been quite nice. And again, maybe that's because I haven't watched anime in a while that I'm enjoying it more than I normally would. But it is nice to watch it again. So there's that. There's also the Marvelous Showcase, which I just wanted to talk about. And we'll show the trailer for the Hiro Mashima game, which is not really his game. He just did the character designs. And it's so funny because they have the two leads look just like Natsu and Lucy, and it's like, how does Mashima keep getting away with it? But that was the best thing, and that wasn't at the PlayStation Showcase, that was at the Marvelous Showcase. That was the best thing I saw. The inflated prices of the secondhand market, that's another topic. Dragon Quest, there was an announcement on Dragon Quest Day, which is cool. And if we want to talk about Gavin McGinnis, which he had a goofy-ass comment, and Chibi did a video on it, which I don't really like Chibi reviews, but he actually did a decent video on that. And, you know, it's hard to tell, because Gavin McGinnis, he might just be trolling, because that's what he does, but we might look at that video, too. Scorpio, I'm okay, welcome back. Showcase, I didn't see it. It was the absolute state of play. Justin, PS2, Komanga, people have to lower their expectations. Alright. So what else is going on with all you guys? I guess we can start with, let me get some tabs here. We can start with the state of play, because that's probably the most, and I'm not even going to watch the trailers, I'm just going to, show you, like, what they uploaded. Oh, and there's the host, what was her name? Sean. Or Shawnee, I don't even remember her name, but we're going to take a look at the host, too, of the state of play. Just in time for June, which is hereby dubbed White Boy Summer, by the way. We don't celebrate the other supposed holiday. Oh, and I got Zubitech here, too. Zubitech. God, he is a wreck. I really do think he is paid for by Sony. I really do. His Twitter is a wreck. I'm just trying to get the tabs up before I continue here because I have quite a bit. Okay, and then PlayStation. So let's see. What's happening, Game Night? Welcome. We're going to talk about Zubitech, man, because his Twitter is a wreck. But the first topic at hand is the PlayStation Showcase. V Scorpio, I'm trying to do a terror raid to get the Poison Swampert. Okay. Game Night, what's happening, peeps? Zubitech, his Twitter is indeed a wreck. Justin JLP, is that Jordan Peterson wants July to be White People Month? Well, it could be, but June is also to counteract that. It's White Boy Summer. Alright, we're not going to watch these trailers, but I will show you over here the PlayStation, which again, I mentioned at the start here. Oh, wow, PlayStation actually uploaded the Trails Through Daybreak opening movie. That's honestly pretty shocking. This is really sad, though. Look at the views. 31,000 views for the opening. I know this is niche as hell. But then everyone's watching this garbage. Like, here's a legitimately going to be a good game. And people are, you know, playing this other nonsense. But yeah, so I've been watching the Fate Grand Order anime series. And I'm like, alright, this is going to be 35 minutes. Let's watch. And again, like I said, the people and their leaks, they're talking about Spider-Man 2 DLC. They're talking about this. They're talking about that. And then as soon as the state of play was over, as soon as it was over, the Sony fans were saying, oh, get ready for next week for Summer Game Fest. That's where we're going to get all the reveals. Alright, so half these games, I guess, I didn't realize that they changed the thumbnail afterward. But, you know, these games aren't coming out till next year anyway. Oh my god, I just noticed this now. I do have this like, thing installed because, you know, why wouldn't you? Almost half of it. Wait a minute here. Look at all the dislikes. Holy shit. I wonder what the comments are. Yeah, no one wants the multiplayer. Like, do people want the multiplayer bullshit? Do they really? The shareholders, cutscenes. I mean, yeah, these aren't even video games. These are just fucking cutscenes. But anyway, let's go in order because I think they uploaded here. This Concord thing. This, I was watching the live chat. And it's funny. It was funny to watch the live chat as the state of play was going on. Which, can you watch it again? Yeah, you can show the chat replay. That's pretty cool, actually. But we're not going to watch that. We're just going to go through the thumbnails here. So I was watching this, and everyone was shitting on it. It's like, this isn't even a fucking video game. This is a CGI trailer. And then I go over to Twitter, and everyone's like, oh, it's peak. Like, it's just strange to see the duality there of people saying it's shit in the state of play comments, but then I go on Twitter, and they're saying it's shit on 4chan, too. You should have seen that thread. Saying it's shit there, but on Twitter, it's good. And when this is 35 minutes, like, what, 10% of it is this shit? Because you see the cinematic trailer, then the gameplay. Oh, they show gameplay, and it's just more nonsense on, you know, it's like a Fortnite ripoff, basically. God of War Ragnarok on the PC. I mean, okay, it's going on the PC. Who cares? Like, really, who cares? Is this the most viewed? Infinity Nikki? What the hell is this? That's got 1 million views? Dynasty Warriors. Okay, that's, you know, fans of the Dynasty Warriors, I'm sure they'll like that. This, I don't even know what the fuck this is. This is like some magical girls. I mean, this has a, an audience, definitely, but this is shocking to me that this has 1 million views. Read this. The open world dress-up adventure Infinity Nikki is about to start the PlayStation 5 beta test? What are even the comments here? Bloodborne 2 looking real cute. I can't wait to be a pretty princess. I don't know. I guess this is a franchise. I don't really know what's going on here, but okay. I don't even know what this is. There was some Souls-like shit. Was this one of the Souls-like games? Maybe. Skydance's Behemoth. Oh, VR. Alien VR. This is another... I don't know if this is a gacha, but this is more online nonsense. Where winds meet. This might be the Souls game. Until Dawn. What? I think, was this the Diablo clone? There was another one that was like a Diablo clone. Silent Hill 2. We're going to get to that. How the PS2 version looks better, actually. Which this looks like shit. And this takes away from the whole aspect of Silent Hill 2, which is kind of... It was influenced by the movie Jacob's Ladder, believe it or not. If you watch that movie, then, and you probably already know about Silent Hill 2. But they're taking away from the original message of it and just trying to turn it into a Resident Evil game. Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter. I guess people are excited for that. Good for them. And this was the tech demo on the PS5. It's kind of... It reminded me of Little Big Planet. But it's getting an actual game now. And this wasn't at the showcase, but I've been watching these Sparking Zero trailers, and they're actually quite good. I don't even like fighting games, but I might get this because it looks fun, actually. And I wonder if it's just going to be arena, or they're going to have like a story campaign mode. And because of all the characters, are they going to... Well, they're obviously going to have Dragon Ball, but are they going to have... Well, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, but are they going to have GT as well? And like the movie villains. That'll be cool. So, what do we have here? Yeah, here's a comparison right here. This is a screenshot from the trailer, and this is the PS2 game. And honestly, like, just like the details here, this character is supposed to look all fucked up because of Silent Hill 2, but, you know, so she's not, like, necessarily the most attractive character or whatever. But doesn't it look like this is more detailed and just has more of a soulful feel to it than whatever this nonsense is? And, okay, I wanted to go to this one first. This was the host here, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's Sean or Shawnee Benson. And she kept popping up, and it's like, wait a minute here. There's a comparison to, like, how this woman looks compared to the Silent Hill 2 protagonist. And this has been the case for a while, where all these ultra-realistic games, they're not, like, the main thing was Mary Jane from Spider-Man 2. Like, honestly, why do the anime girls look better than whatever this nonsense is? Like, what's happening, Sony? What is happening? So there's that. I don't know why they photoshopped the Lorax there. Like, what's that about? From Dr. Seuss. And then Zubitech, I thought this was hilarious. Like, instead of talking about how great the games are, where's the dislikes, by the way? And look, he's got the bell. He's got the bell turned on. State of Play surpasses 1.6 million views in 24 hours. Like, honestly, is this guy paid by Sony? Oh, why did I mute this person? Let's see. I guess because this is another person who's a... See, I mute people who are fucking annoying. This must be another stupid-ass PlayStation fanboy. So, oh, GTA... Like, these people are crazy, man. They're fucking crazy. And Zubitech here is just counting the... Oh, it's counting the views. Meanwhile, Xbox has given up on the console market, and PlayStation is still falling behind. Like, because literally, there's no games. Like, is there anything here that's appealing to you? For me, I will tell you. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But this is going to come out... I don't think it's going to come out on the Switch, but it's going to come out on PC. It's going to come out on PS4 and PS5, and most likely Xbox. What's say in the trailer? It'll probably tell us. And I can't see your comments right now, guys, but I will get back and read them in a second. I'm just kind of monologuing here for a minute. They're not going to tell us, because it's just a PlayStation bullshit. But it's probably coming out on every console. Okay, so far, Dragon Ball. Yeah, but that's going to be on every console. Trails Through Daybreak, but that's going to be on the Switch and PS4 and PC. And I can't see anything else that appeals to me. All this is just garbage. What's this? What's this anime shit? No, I'll pass on that. A Naruto, like... There's nothing. There's nothing here. And anything that even is appealing, like more Dragon Ball, but that's an older game. There's more DLC for that Dragon Ball game. DNF Duel. This is an Arc System game. I don't know, man. I think Sony's in real trouble. But let me go back and read your comments and see what you guys have to say. All right. Sean is here. I don't know. Come on. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. But that woman has hosted many of the PlayStation things, and everyone's always making fun of her. Although I thought it was great. I saw her on Twitter, and she liked Stellar Blade, and it was funny because the Culture Warriors are like, wow, they them has a win for once. It likes Stellar Blade. Oh my god. But yeah, that person has been showing up for the past year or so. Oh, Jesse Lee Peterson. Sorry. No, I agree. July. I mean, 4th of July. That's one of the most white holidays. That is, like, you know, we have the Pride Month now. As I said, to counteract White Boy Summer. So I guess July will have to be the white month. Komanga, that ratio... Scorpio, I can see the number of dislikes. We gotta download the plugin to see it. But you can... Dude, I don't see any ads. I have an ad blocker. Like, I see people... Oh, the ads! What are you talking about? How are we in 2024 and you haven't figured out how to use an ad blocker? I mean, honestly. Komanga Concord characters got pronouns, do they? Well, I saw the trailer, and it's honestly just a CGI movie. Anime games got a lot of views. Yeah, that Infinity Nikki. It got a lot of views, which, I mean, I'm not gonna play it, but I'm happy, honestly, that got more views than God of War or whatever else. Astrobot salvaged the state of play. Yeah, I'm not into platformers, so I'm not going to play it either, but it is good to see that people are praising something like Astrobot and shitting on Concord. That is good to see. V Scorpio, the PS2 looks better. It does. Totally different character. Angela is her name. Justin, well, one is in the engine, the other is cinematic regarding the Silent Hill 2 characters. Komanga, good lord. Game night, Sean stands up to pig. Hey, I didn't say that. That was Game Night who said it. It's not too late for Zuby to be aborted. Sorry, I missed one. Komanga. Sony got bit by the DEI bug. They did, man. They did. And they're doing their LGBT shit today. Because, you know, everyone has to kiss the ring for that, I guess. So, it's disappointing. It's baffling, too. I saw it. There's like another, like, a lot of the anime games get censored, and there's this other princess, whatever, I forgot what the hell it's called, but I saw it on Twitter, and the Switch version is remaining uncensored, but the Sony version, oh, we gotta shrink the bus size. Like, why is that the priority, man? It's just so strange. There's a market of people who like that sort of thing, and I just don't really get it. It kind of goes in line. Going back to the Fate series, Fate Stay Night, the English version's being released later this year. It's only being released on Switch and PC, and, you know, if you're familiar with the Fate series, you know why. But it's like, why is the Switch and PC getting it when it's going to be rated M, and PlayStation's not even going to release it? It's like, you know, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm going to buy it on the Switch. But if it's rated... we talked about this in the past about Stellar Blade. If it's rated M, it can have these things. And why are you preventing other people from buying it? It's just weird. Sony, from when I grew up with Sony, like playing the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, even PlayStation 3, that was the home of the anime games. And, you know, you went there to play the JRPGs. And now it's been reversed. You go to the Switch and I guess PC to play the JRPGs. And you get the movie shit. Like, another thing with Sony, too, which I saw people getting upset about. Why are we on the PS5? Okay, we had Ratchet and Clank, but we haven't had a new Jak and Daxter or Sly Cooper or anything like that. Like, those are your IPs, Sony. Why are we ignoring them? It's just disappointing. How's it going, Ryan? Welcome. Hola. Komanga, she likes Stellar Blade. Yeah, she was favorable to Stellar Blade, and people were getting excited. Ryan, wow, you're already in the Babylon anime, huh? I am, man. I was talking about Fate a little earlier. I really enjoyed it. So last year, I watched the 2006 Fate Stay Night. I watched the Unlimited Blade Works movie. I watched Fate Zero, and I watched the Unlimited Blade Works anime from UFO Table. And then I took a break, and I started watching again with the Heavens Feel movies, and I pretty much watched everything else. There's a few OVAs and stuff, and like the Ilya spinoff, which I don't think I'm going to watch that one, because that doesn't really appeal to me. But yeah, it's great, man. And I've been debating whether or not I should play Fate Grand Order. But my problem with that is it's just on the phone. There's no PC version, at least that I could find. So I don't know if I will, because I don't want to play on the phone. If I'm going to play a gacha game, I'll play it on the PC, but I can't find it. And I have to look up. I know they have like some action. They have Fate. I got to play Fate Samurai Remnant. I got that review code months ago. I should go back and play it finally. But there's some other ones like Fate Extra, I think, on the PSP. And Fate Extella. I gotta look them up. But yeah, honestly, Fate Grand Order, Well, I don't know. The original is good too, and the Heaven's Feel movies are probably my favorites. But I really like Fate Grand Order, especially when you get to the larger cast of characters. Really fun. And Gilgamesh, he's actually becomes one of my favorites, man. Just one more movie, and you already finished season 1 of Fate Grand Order. Well, I watched the movie Fate Grand Order First Order, which is the one when they go to like the Heaven's Feel 2004 timeline, and they fight Saber Alter. And that's when Lancer comes back as Caster. That was pretty badass. I like that movie. The only state of play that makes my interest is Monster Hunter Wilds and Dynasty Warriors Origin. Yeah, there wasn't much there. In my opinion, there wasn't really much there. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter, but I understand it has a big fan base, so I'm glad you're excited for that. Justin, my stupid mouse closed the window, so I missed the last minutes. Oh, no! Ryan, Sony's become Nintendo in the 90s. I know, it's so strange how the roles have reversed. So strange. Justin, unless they're adding RPG elements, I'm not getting it. I'll stick to the crappy Dynasty Warrior clone fake games. No, the Fate Stay Night is just a visual novel, Justin, so, you know, I'm getting it. I really enjoyed the anime. Ryan, the Khaled spinoff, the first 2 seasons is lolly. Yeah, that's with Ilya. That's why I'm not gonna watch that one. I like the battles and the waifus like Saber, Nero, Claudius, and Mash. But Ilya, that's not for me. Justin, on June 9th, we're getting an announcement regarding Dragon Age 4 for anybody who cares. Oh, that's cool. Ryan, but Season 3 and movie becomes a mini Heaven's Feel. Really? So it takes a dark turn? Justin, by the way, Kevin, I did watch those Anime Snob videos you recommended. I don't think Snob is actually scared. He's just butthurt that he can't get sympathy donos from his fans. Yeah, but it was funny, and he's just playing it up because it's like, what is this guy doing? Digibro, or Trixie, whatever his name is now, you know, attacking anime stuff. And when you look at it, because Trixie still has his YouTube channel, he just changed his name. And he has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and who's Snob? Like, Snob gets 1,000 videos on, 1,000 views on one video. What does he care? It's just funny to see the back and forth. Ryan, Caster Gilgamesh is the chillest Gil. Will you also watch the spin-offs like Emiya, Cooking, and Carnival Fantastic? Yes, I'm going to watch them. I still have one more movie to watch. Let me tell you what it's called. The Fate series has the wacky-ass titles. I'll tell you what it's called. But I'm watching the Absolute Demonic Front right now. And then I have another movie to watch called Fate Grand Order Final Singularity Grand Temple of Time Solomon. I have that to watch. I have Lord Elmaloy's Case Files, which is about Waver Velvet as Lord Elmaloy II. And then the OVAs. Grand Carnival, Carnival Phantasm. And yeah, the other stuff you mentioned. There are a bunch of OVAs, but for the main series, I'm almost caught up. Tsukihime in the end of this year. Oh, that's right. That's the other visual novel. Yeah, I'm going to get that too, Ryan. Because I'm interested in more of the Type Moon Fate series. Absolutely. Justin, they could have added strategy RPG battles like the Uta Wara Ramono visual novel games. Yeah, they could have, but it's just a, you know, it's just a straight up visual novel. Komanga Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Justin, yes. Komanga. Kevin, you watch Eric Landon, right? I do. Eric Landon is one of my favorites. He's actually streaming right now. He's streaming Cthulhu Saves Christmas. Ryan, sad the Epic of Remnant is the only manga media right now, and Lost Belt still doesn't have the anime manga version. Alright, Ryan, since you're like the Fate fan, Is the Grand Order game, is that only available on the phones, or can I play it on the computer? Because I'm thinking about playing it, but I don't want to play if it's just on the phone. So that's why I haven't. Anyway, for the next thing, we're gonna do a reaction to oh, Summer Game Fest. That's the other thing to talk about. Let me get some other tabs up, and we'll do reactions to these things. All right. So the first thing, let me turn that off for a sec, because we're gonna watch some videos here. Let me turn that up. All right. Oh, I gotta share screen now. Okay. So Dragon Quest Day, we were talking about this the other day, about how there was nothing about Dragon Quest Day coming out, but then they posted this. The Legend of Erdrick draws near. And of course they announced Dragon Quest 3 getting the HD 2D remaster like 3 years ago now, I think in 2021. And they put this out, and you see Dragon Quest HD 2D, The Legacy Begins, Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X. Oh, come on. Don't restart. Xbox X and S, Steam, Windows. So because it says The Legacy Begins, and it doesn't outright say Dragon Quest 3, and because those old Dragon Quest games are relatively short, there's a theory that this is going to be Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 remade into HD 2D. Which is, you know, possible. And then there was this, the Marvelous Showcase, which we're not going to go through the whole thing. Does it show down here what they announced? Okay, yeah, it has right here. These are the games. Formagia, Story of Seasons, Japanese mobile titles, arcade titles, indie games, Rune Factory, and Demon X Machina. So this was also airing at the same time as the State of Play. And Formagia is a game that was announced a little while ago called Project Magia. And that game was going to have character designs by Hiro Mashima, famous for Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero. And they showed no gameplay, but they showed like the character designs. And let's just take a look at that. Which is just the anime opening here. They didn't show any gameplay, but they showed this. And we have Discount Natsu. I will now buy your game! Because of Discount Lucy. Oh shit, it's Ziggy from Eden Zero. What's he doing there? It really is. Holy fuck. I know everyone talked about how Mashima used the character designs, but what can you do? Alright. So there you go. We're not going to watch the rest of that. Let me put the music back on. But, I mean, I watched that after the State of Play, and it's like, you know, you give me some anime booba, and I will be heavily interested in your game. Absolutely. Yeah, I think they revealed the voice actors or something. But my problem here, they didn't show any gameplay. I mean, okay, you show the cool anime opening, whatever. But what the fuck is this game even about? You know, like what's going on here? What's his name? 10? That's kind of a stupid ass name. What's her name? Arch or Archie or RK? With her outfit and the way she fights monsters make quite the impression. So I don't know. I'd like to see gameplay. There's Lukey Lou. Yeah, Mashima always has some kind of mascot character. I'd like to see the gameplay. They said it's coming out this year, but there's, you know, we just get this trailer, no gameplay. I don't know. It's kind of strange. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, nobody knows what it is, Justin. Hold on, let me read some of the comments now. I don't know what kind of game it even is. I guess it's a jrpg. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Alright, Ryan was saying if you want to read the old version, try the manga. Oh, sorry, there was some more stuff here. The Tsukihime that's being re-released is rewritten version of Naso. Okay, yeah, that's coming out at the end of June, actually. The manga version is only the Arcuid. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I don't know how to pronounce that. Root. Fake Grand Order's on the phone. Justin, you can play it on the tablet. There's Fake Grand Order Arcade, but only in Japan. That's how you played it, Justin, on the tablet. Okay. Played on the tablet. The North American server is on Lost Belt 6. Meanwhile, Japan already finished Lost Belt and is into the Ordeal Call. Damn, I still need to finish Dragon Quest 11. Oh, dude, Dragon Quest 11 is a great game. It's a long game, but it's very good. The Japan livestream teaser 2 to 3 years ago is only the Dragon Quest 3. Yes! However, the thing I just shared you from the Twitter says the Erdrick legend, the legacy begins. So are they talking about 3 or are they talking about 1 through 3? Ah, of course, Justin. Basically, I bought the DQ HD Trilogy Collection for nothing. Great. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, 3 is the prequel to 1 and 2? It might still be the Dragon Quest 3 remake, but this is just speculation on my part. Because they didn't even say. They just said it's coming. And it's coming on Switch, PS5, Xbox, Steam, and Windows. So it's coming. Justin, I thought it was a mobile game. Ryan, Farmagia feels like a Rune Factory Monster Rancher vibe. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Because it was called Project Magia. Now it's Farmagia. Is it a farming game? You farm monsters? I have no idea. Komanga discount Natsu, LOL. I mean, you know, people give Mashima a lot of shit. But this is the case with most mangaka. You know, if they do another series, they have very similar looking characters. So I can't fault him for that. That's his style. And it's funny, it'd be curious to see what the Lucy looks like in the actual game, because we saw the trailer there. You know, she had her big boobas. Are they going to censor that? Is Sony going to say, no, we can't have that, because that's what Sony does. Scorpio, I want Senran Kagura 7. Komanga knows. Justin, what kind of game is it? Does anybody know? Nobody knows! Nobody knows. Ryan, the only gameplay preview is Rune Factory Dragon Project. Scorpio Happy ripoff. Komanga, Mashima did the character designs. Cool. Yes, he did the character designs. Justin, I'd heard it was a mobile game, or that was a different game with Mashima art style. There was another mobile game from Mashima called Gate of Nightmares. You might be thinking of that. Gate of Nightmares. He did the designs for that game as well. Which that never released in the US. It was Japan only. Maybe they're planning a spin-off game like Dragon Quest IV Dark Prince. Maybe. I'm not really too sure. I think that's hinting at the original Dragon Quest games. Alright, what else, guys? We have, well, since we're on Fairy Tail, let's talk about that, actually. I have a few things here. So, let's take a look. The Fairy Tail anime, 100 Years Quest, which is the sequel to the original anime series, is finally releasing. Although we're a month away now, it's releasing on July 7th. And there's still no trailer, which, has that ever happened before where they announce all this stuff? They announced this a while ago, too. And we're about a month away, a little over a month away. And there's still no trailer. And I wonder, like, how much are they going to adapt here? Because they have, I think, 15, 16 volumes complete. And this promo here is, like, the first main arc, which is the first 4 or so volumes. Because they got the main crew, they have Ignia, and they have Mercphobia, which I've read the manga. So I'm not really too sure what they're going to adapt, but some people are getting annoyed about the characters, because it's a different animation studio. Does it say here? I think it's being done by Cloverworks. Will it say on the website, or will it be in Japanese? Probably, yeah, it's going to be in Japanese. So I don't know what any of this says. Oh, and that's Kyria, Mad Mole, and I forget. No, yeah, that's it. Mad Mole and Scullion. Those are their names. Yeah. So Mashma, at least he can get away with these designs still. That's good. And I mean, these are just still images, so we can't really see it in animation. And the Japanese voice actors are all returning. So it'll be nice if the English voice actors all return as well. Which the Japanese voice actor for Natsu is the same voice actor as Lloyd Bannings in the Trail series. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this. And then here's the artist of the series. Because for those who don't know, Hiro Mashima still does the story. But there's a new artist, Atsuo Ueda, who does the artwork. And what did it say here? We're sorry for the long wait. Aw. The anime 100-Year Quest will start airing in July. So yeah, I'm excited. I like Fairy Tail. You know, it's your typical shonen power friendship nonsense, but it's a fun series. I reviewed the whole manga series on my channel like 2 years ago now. And very much enjoyed it. I will say, though, Rave Master is Hiro Mashima's best series. It's a shame that anime never finished. They only got like a third of the way through before, you know, I guess it wasn't that successful. But the manga is great. Definitely recommend reading the manga there. Definitely recommend reading the manga and watching Fairy Tail and Eden Zero as well. Which Eden Zero is going to end soon. There's like 4 or 5 chapters left, apparently. So yeah, let's see. What do you guys think of all that? Ryan, at least Farmaggi is in the right hands. Developed by Marvelous. Scorpio, I wonder if we will see the Moon Dragon Girl. That's Celine. Yeah, they show like a cameo. There'll be a cameo of her because early in the series it shows her scheming. Like, oh, what are you up to? So we'll see that much. I'm just curious. I don't know. Is it going to be 12 episodes or 24 episodes or what? I have no idea. It's probably going to be one or the other because there's no series that constantly runs anymore. Justin, I'm saying they're maybe planning a spin-off in the same setting as the OG trilogy, which I would like. Dragon Quest VIII spin-off, maybe a prequel would be good. Ryan, Cloverworks is a great studio. Yeah, I'm not saying... I just said people were complaining about it. I have no problems with it. Is it Cloverworks, though, or is it A1 Pictures? I forget. Let me look it up. Yeah, and I'll be curious to see... Oh, no, it's being done by GC staff. Okay. Yeah. It'd be nice, though, to finally get a trailer. Like, that's kind of unheard of. It's going to air in a month and we haven't seen one trailer yet? Like, what the hell is going on here? Hiro Mashima is the biggest ship in his own series. What do you mean by that? And yes, Hiro Mashima in the mangaka circle is a Superman by his peers. It's honestly, his work ethic is very impressive. You know, he doesn't take any vacation. He's already done, because Eden Zero is going to end soon. He will have done 3 main series that Raid Master's 35 volumes or so. Eden Zero, I think, is a little bit shorter. It's going to end at 30-something volumes, maybe 32. Fairy Tail was 63 volumes, and 100 Years Quest still going on. And then he's done a bunch of side stories. It's very impressive, man. I have respect for him. I enjoy his work. Scorpio, don't forget the game. What game? Ryan, you can still sleep 7 hours per day while playing video games, and I think Hiro Mashima is hardcore Monster Hunter gamer, making fan art, shipping his own series. Yeah, he does on his Twitter page, he does the graffiti. He calls it. Let's say. Let's take a look at his Twitter and just see like what he's been posting. Yeah, he's hyping that up. He does the spaces too once a week where he sort of talks about what's going on. How do I do this? Go to media. Yeah, he's always doing fan art. There's who's that? Miliana and Sister Wendy Gray, Freed. That's the job. Why would he do fan art of the Jobber from Fairy Tail? Scribble. Yeah, he calls it scribble or graffiti every time. Oh, there's Plo. I always loved Plo. This was just a random design he did. I remember when he posted this. That got rejected or something? Oh no, let's see. I designed a maid outfit in collaboration with Maid Cafe. Magical Lollipop. What is that? The actual construction is completed. Am I gonna be like... I don't know. But yeah, he does... And... Oh, hold on a sec. T-Series? What the fuck did I just click? How did I get there? She kind of looks like Ellie with the hairdo. Oh, that's, oh, what the hell is this guy's name? He's that one of that comic artists. Frank Miller, that's who it is. And this is the guy from Marvel. What the hell is his name? Because Mashima was in talks of doing like a Spider-Man graphic novel. Yeah, C.B. Cebulski. Did he ever do that? I know he was going to do like a Spider-Man or something. Oh, there's Loxus and Mira Jane. I mean, I love his art, man. He does really good stuff. There's Reina from Rave Master. Scribble. This is the other series that he started, too. Dead Rock. Which was the limited series. Oh, there's Lucy. He knows what the people want. Like, goddamn. What is the... Oh, Happy New Year. I'm like, what's the occasion here? So anyway. Alright, before I move on, let's just go to Summer Game Fest, because I wanted to talk about this stuff, and then we'll read some more comments. But Summer Game Fest, I was shocked to hear this. This is going to start next week, next Friday. They have the countdown and everything. And I've seen people do their preview videos like, hey, get hyped for Summer Game Fest. We were talking about the Sony State of Play earlier about how everyone was saying, oh, Sony didn't show anything there because next week we got Summer Game Fest, so they'll show all the trailers then. Okay. Now, this is gonna be hosted by our good friend Jeff Keighley. And that's included. The State of Play was included? Why is that part of Summer Game Fest? Alright, but we're gonna look at some of these headlines here, because it's just goofy, some of the titles, but it's to be expected. So I believe this is the main Summer Game Fest. So that's Friday at 5 Eastern, live from YouTube Theater. So this will have a live audience, I believe. Get a look at what's next in video games. Okay. Then, so this is going to go on for 2 hours, I guess, 5 to 7. Then that same day at 7, Day of the Devs, an in-depth at exciting new... What does that even mean? That's like a grammatical error right there. At exciting new independent games and reveals. Okay. Volvy's 15th birthday. Devolver Direct. Okay, that's also on Friday, 8 o'clock. Devolver's annual games showcase. Then on Saturday, at 11 a.m., Future of Play Direct, a harmless showcase that's fun for the whole family. Then on that same day, the Wholesome Direct, an indie showcase celebrating emotionally resonant video games that inspire optimism, joy, and introspection. Latin American Game Showcase. Over an hour of world premieres, exclusive trailers, and announcement from the Latin American game developers. Here we go. Then we have women-led games. What's next from women-led studios, exclusive deep dives, and launch date announcement. Live on YouTube, Twitch, and Steam. Okay. Future Game Show. Future Summer Showcase, a PC... Like... What is going on here? Like, what is the purpose of all these different... What aren't they showing on the first Summer Game Show? Like, I understand we have the indies, the women's, the Latin Americans, whatever, but what's this now? Future Game Show. Then Xbox, the following day, that's Sunday. Xbox reveals what's next, followed by Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Who cares? Like, if you've seen one Call of Duty trailer, you've seen them all. June 9th, PC Gaming Show. PC Gamer Showcase on the latest, greatest PC games is back for the 10th year. Expect announcements for your favorite games and a few surprises. Oh, those surprises. Then Ubisoft. Oh, Ubisoft Forward is an online and in-person showcase presented by Ubisoft featuring announcements, updates, previews of live games. Okay. Are we all hyped for this? And who are the guests of honor going to be? Oh, here's the games that are going to be there. Okay. Well, I kind of wanted to know, like, obviously Jeff Keighley's there, but who else is going to show up? So we have 2K, that's the sports games. Amazing, I don't know what that is. Amazon, Annapurna, Arc Games. Is that like the BlazBlue games, Arc System? Atari, Atlas. Oh, get ready. They're gonna massacre Persona 4 with the Persona 4 remake. Bandai Namco. Blumhouse Games. I don't know. Becca Studio. Capcom. Day of the Devs. Deep Silver. Devolver. Discord. What are they gonna advertise there? Dolby. EA. Embark. Epic. Focus. Funcom. Hovoverse. I think isn't that Genshin Impact and Star Rail? I Am 8-Bit. Indie Angels. Inner Sloth. Iron Mace. JAMA. Level Infinite. Magic the Gathering. MetaQuest. NC. NetEase. Netflix Games. Nexon. That sounds like a gas company. Niantic, that's Pokemon Go. Party Animals, Play on PlayStation, Pocket Pair, Private Division, Razer. They make mouses and keyboards. Riot Games, S Game, Samsung Gaming Hug, Sega, SNK, Steam, Sunblink, Super, Thunderful, Timmy, Torn, Ubisoft, Uncapped, Warner Brothers, and Xbox. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I'll watch this, but I can't say I'm too excited for it. Like, what are they gonna... I know this is the replacement for E3, and can I just talk about E3 for a minute? As much shit as E3 got, I remember skipping school at the end of the year there, because school would always end on, like, June 15th or something like that. Like, in the middle of June for me. And E3 was always around this time. I would skip school for a week and watch E3. Like, they had the Nintendo... And there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in June, by the way. They haven't confirmed a date, but they did announce there will be one in June. So it might be around this time as well. That'll be better than whatever this is. But anyway, back to my point. Yeah, like, dude, I remember when they revealed the Wii, the 3DS, all that cool stuff. And now we're subjected to this. Like, Reggie Fils-Aimé. Do any of you guys remember him? He was a better hype man than Jeff Keighley. I mean, fuck Jeff Keighley. Anyway. What do you guys think? Alright. Oh, Justin's got some good stuff. I just want to scroll up and get caught and then read everything. The Fairy Tale... Well, the Fairy Tale RPG, I did a Let's Play of that a few months ago, like a year ago now, right? Were they making a new Fairy Tale game, Scorpio? I'm not sure. Justin, Hero is a fan of Miller. Yeah, Hiro Mashima is actually a big fan of comics, of Marvel and DC Comics. And I believe he was in talks to do that Spider-Man graphic novel. Did he? I don't know if he did. But I think, you know, that's what that picture meant with him meeting with C.B. Cebulski. Ryan, I remember Kanajo mangaka, the reason why he created the series because he felt insecure his mangaka friends have the series still ongoing. And of course, after the series finished, he got a debt because buying too much expensive. He got in debt repaid by selling Dojin in 3 days. Jeff Keighley and the Hideo Kojima simps. Oh, will Hideo Kojima be there? Alright, let's read this. Justin says, by the way, since Sarah isn't here, I can talk about this. LOL. I found a porn star that straight up looks like a Tri-Ace character brought to life. Charlie O is her name. Alright, for research purposes, let's take a look. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean... You guys can look that up at your own discretion, I suppose. Yeah. I can see it. I can see it! Alright. Scorpio. It's almost time. The birthday of waifu body measurements, a guy I follow. Okay. Justin, Kojima should honestly just quit making games and make movies or TV. Yeah, he should. He should. That's what he's always wanted to do. He's been interested in filmmaking for a long time, and that's why he does more cinematic games now. I think, wasn't he gonna do something with that guy? What the hell is his name? Who did the movie Get Out? Wasn't he in talks of doing something with him? Yeah, just Google it. Google her. Ryan, I can see Xbox Showcase in the chat will be mocking this fiasco. Yeah, after Tango GameWorks got shut down. I mean, I have no hype for any of these things, guys. Are you guys... I gotta get caught up again, but are you guys excited for that? Because there's nothing there. There's so many games that I still have to play. I mentioned before, I've been watching the Fate anime series. Like, I don't have time to get excited for these games. At some point, I'll play, like, the new Like a Dragon game. I'd like to play Grand Blue Fantasy. Even Trails Through Daybreak, like, look, I really love the Trails games, but even as Trails Through Daybreak is getting closer to release, like, I don't even know if I'm going to play it at release. I'm going to buy it because I have the limited edition pre-ordered, so it'll be mailed here once it's out. But I'm kind of like, you know, do I want to play it and get the cliffhanger ending and then wait another year for the sequel? Which I will eventually play, but, you know. I got other games to play first. That's why I've seen the fallout of the state of play and everyone getting all excited about all these games. Like, don't you guys have backlogs of other games to play? It's crazy. She straight up looks like a Star Ocean character. Unless Synthetic Man is reacting, I'm not watching this. Oh, he'll react to it. He reacted to it last time. Let me look at this, the Synth Cells channel and see. Which, oh dude, he added on his banner, he added his character from Dragon's Dogma 2 there to the banner. And Ryan Gosling too, literally me. Ryan Gosling, the most literally me character ever. And the Roasty Brigade. Alright, hold on, I gotta find this. Because he had, did Spider-Man 2, did that get revealed there? Was it the PlayStation Showcase? I can't even keep up with it all. I'm scrolling back like a year on his channel there. I think it was the worst show. Yeah, it was Fable. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure Synthetic Man will do a video there. Ryan, E3 died because of COVID is kind of sad. You know, it is sad because E3 was actually entertaining and there was like more structure to it. Whereas if Summer Game Fest, it's just kind of like, okay, you have the Summer Game Fest main show for 2 hours and then all this other nonsense. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about indie games. I don't care about indie games. I really don't. Like, I'm sure there's the good indie game here and there, but I'm not going to sit and watch the indie game showcase. Nintendo is going to do a direct either before or after Summer Game Fest, the week before or the week after. And whatever Nintendo shows will be infinitely better because they're going to have the Nintendo first-party games as well as games like probably the Dragon Quest HD thing, the HD 2D thing, which will be on other consoles. So that'll be worth watching. Colmanga, rest in peace, E3. Ryan, E3 is the electronic convention, then it became the game convention, then died because of COVID. Yeah, it did. It's such a shame. Although, because it died in 2020. But then I seem to remember, didn't E3 come back in 2021 and it was virtual? And then it died again. Justin, my body is ready. See, Justin knows. He knows. Komanga knows. Reggie is the man. Some bizarre questions there. Kojima game is more and more movie-centric. I think Kojima needs a friend or someone to break his idea. Yeah, Kojima seems like a guy where no one told him no. Justin, I've never heard anything. I heard he likes The Boys TV show and thinking of making a game inspired from it. Ryan, Daybreak ending is not a cliffhanger. It's like Zero, the ending is clean. Oh, really? Yeah, most of the Trails games I played, you know, first chapter, cliffhanger ending, Cold Steel 1, cliffhanger ending, Cold Steel 3, cliffhanger ending. I was kind of expecting that, but if it's not, you know, we'll see. And also, Kondo's coming to America, Anime Expo, July 5th. Yeah, we should talk about that, actually. I have those articles Justin, by the way, I'm still going to play Death Stranding 2. I just played his games for the story. The games themselves don't have replay value to me. Fuck indie games, buggy pieces of crap. I know, man. Everyone, oh, Sea of Stars. It's the second coming of Christ. I mean, come on now. Come on. You guys serious? That's right, Ryan. Keep watching the directs in Japan. Sometimes they have different games. Yeah, sometimes they show different games there. For whatever reason, there's still games that don't get released that are stuck in Japan. It's like, how's that happening in this day and age? Alright, let's talk about this now. I want that. And this. Alright. So, talking about Summer Game Fest, other conventions, we have this, Anime Expo, July 5th, which I believe July 5th is actually, what day of the week is that? Let's see. It's a Friday. That's the release date of Trails Through Daybreak, which is pretty interesting. So, something big is coming at Anime Expo. A big reveal! The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak panel discussion featuring Anime Expo guest of honor, Toshihiro Kondo, with the voice actor. So Toshihiro Kondo is like, I don't think he's the CEO of Falcom, but he's or he might be, I don't even know. We should look that up, actually. But he's like the head guy in charge at Falcom, mainly the Trails series. Oh, he has his own Kaseki wiki page? Alright, let's... Oh, he's the current president of Nihon Falcom. Okay, so he's the current president. Alright, so the panel is going to be like an hour. So what do we think the big reveal is going to be? Because the consensus is they're going to have the release date for Trails Through Daybreak 2, which I think is probably likely. I mean, you know, they'll release this and then a year later the sequel will come out, which the sequel's been out in Japan. I think that came out in either 2022 or 2023. Something like that. So, that's most likely going to be the case, but there's also speculation that they're finally going to do, like, dual releases. So it doesn't take years for the Falcom games to get localized. Because the reason for that is because of how Falcom is such a small studio. Let's see what people in the comments said. Daybreak 2. Oh, there's Cyrus. Knack 3. I don't know when this game's coming out. Yeah, probably Daybreak 2. And then the Kai no Kaseki, that's releasing in Japan in September. So that's probably the case. They'll get Daybreak 2. And the other one, which Nice America has been hyping that up pretty good, actually. Like, the whole... And this is a pretty big deal, the fact that Kondo's going to America, which I think Anime Expo, we'll take a look at that page, too, is in California? Probably in LA. So they have another panel here, the Trails of Trails. Trace the trails of the Trails series from 2004 to the latest chapter, with Nihon Falcom President, Anime Expo Guest of Honor, Mr. Kondo, or in the secrets, and it's got like all the main characters there. So that's cool. So, what else is going to be shown at Anime Expo here? They're doing a Terminator. This is the first I heard of it. Terminator anime series? Terminator Zero? What the hell is this? From Skydance and Production IG. The most anticipated anime series of the year, Terminator Zero? Okay. Some more guests. Studio Trigger. Yeah, they're hyping that up on their page. The musical guest. Some more stuff. So they're gonna have the VTube panel. There you go. Atlas will be there as well. I should probably... Do they have a website? That might be better to look at that, just to see if there's, like... Okay, it is in Los Angeles. So it's from July 4th to the 7th. I'd like to see... That's a big center. This might be where the Lakers play? Is that where it is? The Los Angeles Lakers? The cosplayers. Alright, do they have, like, which guests are they having here? Let's see. See, some of these sites are just too convoluted for me to figure out how to use. Well, they're probably going to have other guests there. I can't seem to figure out who else is going to be there, but you can figure it out. Like, who are the panels? What's Artist Alley? Will this tell me? These are all just random people on Twitter. Who are, like, the celebrities that are going to be there? That's what I wanted to know. Alright, whatever. Alright, so then this other information about Trails Through Daybreak is going to get the demo on June 4th, so that's this week. And you can play the prologue and the first chapter, I believe. So I will not be playing the demo because I don't want to play the prologue and the first chapter and then wait a month for the game. But there you go. What other things that I have to look at here? Well, I probably should read your comments, but I do have some more tabs. I kind of have to go back and forth like this, guys, because I can't, like... I don't want to show the chat, because then there'll be, like, an echo, so I just go back to this image and then read the comments. Justin, I'm not buying another indie RPG ever again. Yeah, they're overhyped, man. They're overhyped. There's so many games out there that... I mean, I guess there's a market for people who like indie games. Maybe if that's all you play. But I'm good. Ryan, I think either Daybreak 2 release date or Sky remake port on modern consoles. That's another one too, man. I would very much like to see that, because that's a problem where, you know, Zero and Azure just re-released. You know, they were in Japan for 10 years. And they released in the US on PS4, Switch, and PC. So they're readily available. Cold Steel 1 through 4. Well, actually, Cold Steel 1 and 2, not only are they on PS4 and PC, but they're on PS3 and PS Vita. 3 and 4 are on Switch, PS4, PC. Same with Reverie. So they're all available. But the Sky games... they're only on PC and PSP, so it would be nice if they released them on consoles as well. That'd be very nice. But I think most likely they'll say, okay, Daybreak 2 is going to come out next year. That'd be nice. Justin, did you hear there's a Trails of Cold Steel game, and it's a mobile game? Yes, man. That's been getting memed on to hell and back. Because it's called Trails of Cold Steel Northern War, which is based on the anime series. And the Northern War, that took place between Cold Steel 2 and 3. And there's so many bad translations. Like, they ran it through machine translation. And it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. So, I don't know. I don't play mobile games. Ryan, it'll be mad if Nisa can make Kai no Kaseki release. Yeah, I mean, that's coming out in September. I don't know if that's like a smart business strategy either. Like, it might be a better business strategy to stagger them, release them once a year, as opposed to once every 6 months. I mean, we'll buy them. You and me will buy them, Ryan, but... And that's the thing, too. like, they had another marketing thing where they said, okay, you can start with Daybreak, which I kind of agree with. You know, it's the start of a new arc. Yes, there's going to be callbacks to the previous games, like all the other games in the series. But it's good for new players because they can start there, and if they like it, then they can go back and play the other games. Because from Nisa's perspective, you want to sell more games, and if it's like, oh no, you can't play unless you start with Trails in the Sky first chapter, and then you got to play 10 other games, that scares people away. It really does. So I can't be mad at Nisa for saying, oh, start with Daybreak. I mean, you could, but there'll be things that maybe don't make sense if you haven't played the other games. LOL. Yes, Xanadu 2 got a global release. Already came to America 3 to 4 years ago. The release of Cold Steel 4, I think. Komanga Terminator anime. That's interesting. Yeah, the first I heard of it, man. Justin, Mr. H has been making a bunch of videos on the Terminator anime film. I don't know, probably will be alright. Yeah, it could be good. Would have been better if it came out in the 90s during the anime OVA boom. Absolutely. You don't know what to expect anymore. But it could be good. Komanga, it would have been really good. Justin, there are so many anime OVA films that are basically Terminator RoboCop inspired. We don't need a Terminator anime, but I can see Terminator fans needing this considering how crappy the movies have been. Wait till you can see my Edge of Eternity review is all I'm going to say on the subject of indie RPGs. Oh, I can't wait, man. I know you were hyping that up. You finished the game like a week or so ago. But it's true, man. Like, the way I see it, there's so many good games out there. Not even AAA, but like, you know, because the Trails games, that's AA. That's not AAA. The Tales games, the East games that I was recently playing, that aren't, you know, they're not indie games, or they're not AAA games. There's so many diamonds in the rough there that it's just better to play them than to play like Edge of Eternity or Sea of Stars or whatever else. I don't know. Sea of Stars rubbed me the wrong way because how overhyped it was. Alright, what should we take a look at now? You know, let's let's change subjects to a vastly different one. We're gonna watch this. Hold on, let me just close the tabs and boot this up. This was something I saw on Twitter the other day and was just absolutely hilarious. So we're gonna watch this. This is a Zoom call. Man with a suspended license joins court Zoom call while driving in his car. Alright, so this camera here shows the lawyer, this man's lawyer. This is the judge. And then it shows the guy in the Zoom call. And what happened was, for whatever reason, he had a suspended license and decided to call in the Zoom call. So let's watch, and then I'll give my commentary after. It was fucking hilarious, okay? So you guys take a look. Hold on.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Great. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh my god! Alright, so I have multiple questions for this thing. I thought this was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Well, not ever, but in a long time. And my first question is, you know, I've never been to court. I've never committed any crime. I've never been to court, even for jury duty. I kind of worry about that, because I wouldn't want to go to jury duty. Like, how do you even get out of that if you get called for it? But I've never been called to jury duty. And I know things changed a bit during the COVID times, because, you know, you couldn't meet in person, so they did Zoom calls. But, you know, in 2024 now, I didn't really think Zoom calls were still a thing for court and stuff like that. So my first question is, you know, why is he on a Zoom call anyway? Why isn't he actually in the court? And you saw, like, that woman who was speaking there was his lawyer representing him. I mean, how do you even make the case for when he does this? And then, of course, you have the judge. And so he calls into the Zoom call. I bet you he was late, too, because of how, like, frantically he got to the Zoom call and how they were going underway. And like, he gets on the Zoom call while he's driving, okay, which we learned that he had a suspended license, or he doesn't have his license, right? So he's not allowed to be driving. He's on the Zoom call in front of the judge driving, and then the judge is like, "Are you stationary? Give me 1 second. I'm pulling into the parking lot now. Like, give me 1 second. Hold up, judge. Give me a second." Like, again, I've never been to court before. I don't think that's how you talk to a judge. Whether you like it or not, you have to be respectful, or else the judge is gonna, you know, lay down the law on you. And and then the judge says, you know, you gotta turn yourself in, no bond. And you see his face at the end. He goes, "Oh." It's like, what? How did you fuck up so badly, bro? Oh my god, I was dying watching that. And again, I don't know, like, why is it even on a Zoom call anyway? I didn't quite get that. But anyway, let me go back to the music and see what you guys think there. Ryan, there are some indie games that are good. Coffee Talk is one of them. They even got Pop-Up Cafe in Japan for 1 month in June. Justin, I wouldn't buy Sea of Stars even if it was on sale. Scorpio, I heard of it. Ali Coca, YouTuber, talked about it. Ryan, LOL. Scorpio, I like how, is he really that stupid? Yeah, like, how is he that stupid, man? Like, you have your license suspended and you're in a call, and you're, not only is he driving without the license for, you know, driving without the license, but he's telling the judge, "Hold on, judge, I need to park first." Like, you don't tell the judge to hold on. Yes, your honor, whatever you say, you have to, like, you know, suck up to the judge. Kovaga, my goodness, and Justin, LOL, epic fail. But yeah, like, and my other question, which none of you guys answered it, but I'll say it again, the Zoom call. Like, why are we doing Zoom calls in this day? And I guess there can be exceptions for that now, because it's sort of worked its way into the system, but I figured everything now is back to in person. And have any of you guys had to do jury duty or anything like that? Because I'm really, like, thinking about that now, getting nervous. I don't ever want to do jury duty. Like, how do you get out of it? I'll say I'm autistic or something. I can't sit still, Your Honor. I have Tourette's. So that was something. But that was making the rounds the other day. All right. Next up, I have a video I'm not going to react to, but I will show you. And then also go to other sites here. Justin, I don't know, convenience. Ryan, I think it's already in the system. Komanga, jury duty, no for me. Yeah, man, I'm not doing that shit. Alright. Oh, crap. Why is that playing? Thank God I had it muted. Alright. So this video came on my feed today, actually. I watched it earlier today. One of Final Fantasy's worst failures. And in this video, they talk about the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters, which I've already have played through, but I'm uploading my reviews now on the channel. And how Square just missed an opportunity in the fact that they're not available. And throughout the video, they were talking about that on eBay. The Switch version, I guess we'll start with that. The Switch version you can buy on eBay, but the only website you can get it on, like legitimately, is on PlayAsia. Okay, it's $80, which I mean, I guess isn't terrible because there's 6 games there. I think it's actually $70 on the PSN store, which is how I bought it. I bought them all digitally, which I love physical media, but I made the exception. There's certain things to make an exception for. And this has a bunch of different languages, too. English, French, well, obviously Japanese, English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Russian, Brazilian, Portuguese, Thai, Korean, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese. So, wow. But why is it, like, this is the only place you can get it, and it was initially released on the Square Enix store, exclusively on the Square Enix store, Switch and PS4. Now you see the Switch versions, these are the PlayAsia versions. So they're marked up a little bit. Okay. But the PS4 version, look at this shit. What the fuck is going on? $3,000? $700? That's a bit. So that's going to go up even more. $700? That's the best deal you're going to get. $255. And the reason, because that's the Switch. Is that the Switch version? Or this? The record? Like, look at this. $800? The cheap version that you see here, cheap, $100, $95 really, but $100 is this, that they're just reselling. And the really expensive version, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking ridiculous. And the PS4 version is even more rare, because at least you can get the Switch version on PlayAsia. And what makes this, you know, you see how it says the E through 10 there? That's, you know, it's the American version from the Square Enix store. And these guys did a great video here talking about it. Because obviously there's a market here. I would love to have the PS4 version physically. Why won't Square Enix print more copies? It just doesn't make any sense. And why, of all places, the most legitimate way to get the game is on PlayAsia? This is crazy. This is, you know, celebrating the legacy of the first 6 Final Fantasy games. And the only way you can legitimately get it is PlayAsia, which is an import. Or you get the digital versions, which I had to settle for the digital versions. I think there's a way you can look at this and actually show the ones that sold, right? I don't know. It's just sad, man, because what happened was a bunch of scalpers came in here. Because I remember when this happened. Like, Square Enix launched this on their store at midnight. On whatever day it was coming out. I think it was like 2 years ago or whatever. And the scalpers all bought it up. Look at this. They'll sell you the case for $15. Oh my god. Look at this one. $5,000? What the fuck? Well, that's graded. That's for the people who aren't ever going to play it. They're just going to keep it there like that. It's just sad. It's sad that, like, gaming has sort of become this. So, what do you think? Justin, I had to fill out a form for jury duty and send a doctor's note that said I had mental problems. That's one way of getting out of it. No, absolutely. If that ever comes in, I'm going to have to do that. Because no way. No way, man. Ryan, watch that. Makes me want to play Ace Attorney. Justin, Microplay had the Final Fantasy collection for $100. No, thank you. I mean, looking at the eBay prices, it's not a bad deal. Was it the Switch or the PS4 version? Because, I mean, there are 6 games there. Komanga, that hammock guy, is some goofy stuff. Oh, remember that guy? That was from last week or 2 weeks ago? Where's the sign that says no hammocks? That was fucking hilarious. Games are high enough. What gives? It's just crazy, man. The only reason I would get it is to play Final Fantasy 3. That's it. I don't play PC games. By the way, I saw East Othenfelgana Microplay. $200! Yeah, you didn't get it, obviously. Well, that's the PSP version. And yeah, it's going to be expensive because it's out of print. And it's a rare game. Such is the case. Alright, I've gone through most things here. There was the... Should we even show this? The Gavin McGinnis thing? I don't know if I can actually show it, because he says the N-word. I mean, it's not me saying it, it's him saying it. So I don't know if I can even show it. But I'll talk about it before I'll show you the screenshot, and well, it's not even a screenshot, the Twitter post. But Gavin McGinnis, you know, we go through the song and dance every couple weeks, it seems like. And he did this rant, you know, if you watch anime, you are a pedophile, in all caps. And, again, I'll refer back to the chat if I actually play the whole video. Because he does say the N-word. Which is like, come on, bro. Why? Which, obviously, I guess he's not on YouTube. He's on censored TV. And his point was, he was reacting to this. It's not a Twitch thought. This is a TikTok thought. Who's doing, like, Ohego faces. And he's saying, oh, she's making these faces because she watched anime. And so she's a pedophile. It's just fucking weird. And, like, obviously we know that there's some weird shit in anime. But, you know, there's also some good stuff in anime. And it's just like the whole right-wing thing where, you know, Matt Walsh is another one who... he did the whole video games are satanic and all this stuff, and it just riles everyone up. And I don't know, why do we have to go through this saga dance every month? And when it comes down to it, you know, he's saying that this bitch is retarded for, you know, doing the faces, but she's doing it because she watched the anime, so it made her like that. I mean, can't we just say that she's a Twitch thought and move on? Like, why do we have to go through that? And so you see here, you got all these views, which what does the community note say? They do these community notes whenever someone gets something wrong or whatever. But let's see. Anime is not pedophilic as the subject is fictional. It's chosen primary narrative medium in Japan. Furthermore, yeah, engagement farming. I don't know if he was doing engagement farming, though, because this is a clip from his live show. It's not allowed. Okay. So then he does this, like, he got all these comments and retweets, and he got all mad. Rate this community note as unhelpful. Like, what? Asking your followers to rate the community note as unhelpful is platform manipulation. So he's violating all X's rules. And, you know, you had the usual people come in. Which, this is a classic one. This is, I wish I can get the whole screenshot here, but there was this guy on Twitter named Dr. Pizza. Okay, that was his username. And he had a famous viral tweet years ago that anime is for pedos, and then he got arrested for doing such things. Which is quite humorous how it comes back to bite him. So it is funny to see the outrage. I'm always curious, like, when I see someone I muted, why I muted them. Oh, this chick, she is basically Mecha Random 2.0. Like, this is honestly scary. This woman, you guys remember Mecha Random? It's her, but remade into a new being. Like, okay, the somewhat more attractive version of Mecha Random. Doing the whole, oh, Silent Hill, this, and what else is she bitching about? Oh, everything's woke. It is amazing how many of these culture warriors show up. The Warhammer people. Maybe I should look at the quote tweets. They may be more humorous to look at. Yeah. I mean, it's just... What do we have here? Naruto? Okay, well, what is this? What language is this? Baka! Let's see. All tacos are two-faced. The face we show to society and our inner demons. Oh my god, don't make me wake up my inner demon. Crack's neck. Because believe me, you wouldn't survive to tell the story of what happened to you. Nobody insults anime Baka. Oh, watch out! The weebs are all riled up. Holy shit. Yeah, this is the Dr. Pizza. This guy, he posts this name Dr. Pizza and he got arrested. Like, what the fuck? You can't make it up. You can't make it up. What's that? Oh, I thought that was a Stolfo for a second. Anyway, let me go to Gavin's page here, because he doubled down and started posting about how World War II... You gotta see some of the shit he uploaded here, which is just crazy. Let's scroll and see. Yeah, he's attacking Elon Musk. Alright, so he's complaining, oh, rated as unhelpful because everyone's ganging up on him. Oh, woe is me. And then the pedos are mad at him. You know, because naturally, if you're going to poke the hornet's nest, they're all going to come back at you. Hello, Mr. Elon Musk, please help us! Fake anime profiles are attacking us. We need your assistance. Oh my god. And then he said something else. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Like, this is just crazy. The worst thing about World War II was the aftermath of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because Japanese males became so infantilized they had to create anime as a coping mechanism. Thus, pedophilia was... Like, what a crazy thing to say. I just don't get it. I almost think like he's just doing this for the engagement and people talk about him like me, so I guess he won in the end, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll read it. Alright, so I didn't get it. I just ended up spending more than that. Got 5 games. What the fuck, LOL. Komanga, Gavin needs to chill Justin, if you watch certain anime, he's not wrong. I agree, man. I mean, if you watch certain stuff, there is some very sus things there. But and I really can't show the video because he says the N-word, and I don't want to get in trouble. But he's talking about like, oh, Dragon Ball Z, like he brings that up, and obviously Dragon Ball Z. I mean, come on, are we really gonna bring that into it? Like, obviously that's probably the most popular anime that people don't watch will know what Dragon Ball and Pokemon and things like that are. So I understand like his point to a certain perspective, as you said, Justin. I do understand. But what was the end goal there? Was it well, okay, I understand his goal in that video, which is taken out of context to a certain extent, is he was riffing on the Twitch thought because she was making the Ahego faces on the TikTok or whatever. And that's the result of anime, which I guess to a certain extent he's right. But at the end of the day, like, just by saying that, you're going to piss people off and get them all coming after you. And this happens constantly. Like, we have the conservative people like Matt Walsh will say, video games are satanic, which is like, come on, bro, just let me be in peace. Let me just play my video. Leave me the hell alone. Yeah, I think if you're over 30 and still whacking into anime, there's something wrong with you. Okay, there you go. Ryan, why Western make women not pretty and strong at the same time? Just watch women's models on Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I don't know. That's the example, too. There was the blonde chick in the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer who looks good. And then you look at, you know, Last of Us and Silent Hill 2, and it looks like shit. Oh, welcome, Ryan. We have our two Ryans here. Both sides are stupid. Especially the blonde girl NPC. She's still cute with the freckles. Justin, let's not gaslight the man. We all know what kind of... Yeah, we do. He's talking about the lolicons. That's what he's talking about. But he did bring up Dragon Ball Z. And it's the point of the matter that us weebs and video game enjoyers or whatever sort of get lumped into that category by default. Even though, like, you know, you and me, Justin, we're not into that kind of shit. But obviously we do enjoy our anime and video games. And we're sort of in the crosshairs with that. And it's like, because his thing is more broad. Like, it's all satanic and it's this and that, whatever. I don't know. It was worth looking at. I do recommend you guys should look up the video on your own time, because it is kind of funny, just his mannerisms and reading more of the replies. It's funny, because some people kept bringing up the fact that Gavin McGinnis, in his effort to own the libs some years ago, made out with Milo Yiannopoulos to prove he's not gay and doesn't hate the gays. And he also shoved a dildo up his ass to prove that he has LGBT. So, that's the guy we're dealing with. Why did he say the N-word to begin with? He's Canadian, so technically he committed a hate crime. I don't know! That's why I can't show the video, man, because I don't want to get in trouble either, but he said it. I think he was trying to just say it like, you know, my, you know. And he just sort of let it out. Ryan, Dragon Ball Z, favorite anime of all time. Justin, I thought Matt Walsh called anime satanic. I believe he did. I thought he also said something about video games as well. And ESG is why. Scorpio, I miss Akira Toriyama. Alright guys, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, God. Justin, it's a minimum $2,000 fine. They could add jail time as well. What's going on over in Canada, man? And what is it, like, how does the election process even work in Canada? Because I could have sworn the last election you guys had, Trudeau, didn't he lose, but he still got back in there? Like, how does that shit even work? Alright, I've gone through all of my articles and news things here, so before I go, if there's anything else you guys would like to add, and also, do you want me to quickly go through the Fate anime series I watched and just sort of give quick reviews on them without spoiling? Because I was going to review them, but I sort of taken my channel in a different direction in that I've been doing the one video a week, and it's been the video games, and I have quite a few in the stockpile now. So, you know, yesterday I uploaded my Final Fantasy 3 video. Next week will be 4, the following will be 5, then 6. Then back to East with East Origin, then E7. So I got videos for like the next month and a half, which is great. And I watched all the Fate series in a row, and you know, didn't record anything in between. So it'll just sort of be like a brief review. Killmonger, a visit from Trudeau will cure him. And Ryan, sure. Which I did prepare with the OVS, like the screenshot, so you can have a background when I talk about it. So, I guess we'll do that. So, you know, we'll just go through them real quick. The first thing I watched, which after I finished E7, I decided to watch the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movies, which is a trilogy, as you can see here. And I believe the first one, they're relatively new. The first one came out in like 2018, the second one in 2019, and the third one in 2021. And this is the third route of the Fate Stay Night visual novel. So in the visual novel, you have the Fate route, the Unlimited Blade Works route, and the Heaven's Feel route. And the Fate route was adapted in the 2006 anime, which mainly follows Saber. The Unlimited Blade Works was adapted in, I think it was 2015, the UFO Table adaptation, which follows Rin and Archer. And then finally, Heaven's Feel mainly follows Sakura. And more of Zoken Mato, the Shadow. And it's considered the darkest of all the routes, as you can probably see with the poster there. Which, the interesting thing about it is it all sort of takes into account that you know what happened in the prior routes as it continues. And I feel like with this one, and especially with Unlimited Blade Works, they also take into account that you watched Fate Zero. And I'm not sure if that's because, which Fate Zero obviously came after the original visual novel, but they're all done by the same animation studio, so that might have to do with it as well. And in particular, Zoken Mato, who doesn't appear in the 06 version of Fate or in Unlimited Blade Work, but he shows up in Fate Zero, and then he's very important in the Heaven's Feel movies. And of course, that's Sakura and Shinji's grandfather, and one of the founding mages, along with the Ainsburns and the Tosakas. So it's very good the way it takes into account what happened in the previous events. Ilya has more screen time. Ryder has more screen time. Like I said before, it's the darker of all the routes. Some crazy shit, man. And Kirei Kotomine, probably the best character in the entire series. I love him. He was great in Fate Zero as well, but he has some excellent moments here. Same with Shiro. Shiro is one who I feel like you sort of appreciate him the more you watch through the series. Like Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel, he has some really badass moments. But yeah, definitely recommend this. I do think you need to watch the other series and understand the other routes first, because of how these are movies. They're 3 2-hour long movies as opposed to like 24 episode series. so it sort of goes over things more quickly, and they expect you to know things. But highly recommend. I would say you should watch Fate Zero first. And honestly, I would say watch the 06 Fate Stay Night, but definitely Unlimited Blade Works and then Heaven's Feel. Really good stuff right there. Next up, I watched Fate Apocrypha, which I believe was from 2017. And this is an alternate timeline. I think they said it was the third Holy Grail War, which from Fate Stay Night, that was the fifth Holy Grail War, and Fate Zero was the fourth Holy Grail War. And the gimmick with this, in the original Fate Stay Night, there's 7 mages and servants, masters and servants, and they duke it out against each other. And what's cool, too, about not only Heaven's Feel, but the other Fate Stay Night series are the unlikely alliances. How you'll have bad guys work with the good guys because the enemy of my enemy is my friend and other things like that. So in Fate Apocrypha's case, instead of having the 7 masters and 7 servants, there's 2 teams of 7. So there's 14 altogether. There's the 2 teams going against each other. The red team and the black team. And the black team is led by the Iga I can't fucking pronounce it, but they have a wacky ass name. I think the guy's name was Darnik. Iga Millennia. And they sort of show them as the bad guys early on, but then it's revealed that the leader of the red group is actually the main bad guy. And I'll just say his name, they first introduce him as Shiro Kotomine, which is funny as hell, if you're familiar with the other series and characters, and how he looks similar to them. But how Fate Stay Night had Kirei Kotomine as the overseer of the Fifth Holy Grail War, in Fate Apocrypha, the overseer is John Dark, who is summoned as a ruler servant, which is the 8th servant class. And it's fun to watch the battles and see like the different heroes they're based on. In this one, we have John Dark and then Mordred. Which, that's sort of the thing. I realize of Fate, like, it's obviously not historically accurate. And that's why, you know, Saber is King Arthur, Arturia Pendragon, and Mordred is also an Arthurian legend. So, they just do that for the waifu audience, of course. But this was a fun one. There's also a homunculus who sort of becomes the main character. He takes up the name Sig after Siegfried. So, good stuff there. Heaven's Seal was better than Apocrypha, but I still enjoyed that one as well. Next up was Fate Grand Order First Order, which was a movie from 2016. I think this adapts, like, the prologue of the Fate Grand Order video game. And it follows Ritsuka Fujimura and Mash Kyrielite. And what happened was, you learn more about Mash in the later series, how she's known as a demi-servant. But in the beginning here, she's just a regular human. I think she's kind of like a homunculus, too. They call her the demi-servant. And they're at the Chaldea facility, which is in Antarctica, in the future. I think it's like 1,000 years in the future. And it gets destroyed, and Ritsuka Fujimura ends up being the only... There's like 48 other candidates, and he's the only one who survives, so he takes Mash's hand. I think she like almost dies, actually, and takes her hand. She becomes the servant, which you learn... She fuses with her heroic spirit. You learn who that heroic spirit is in a later movie. I'm not going to spoil who it is, though. But you do learn who her heroic spirit is. She becomes the class known as Shielder, which she wields a shield. How convenient. And so there's, I think, 7 singularities. They end up going to the first singularity, which is the bad ending of Fate Stay Night, the 5th Holy Grail War, in 2004. And they end up fighting against Saber Alter. who's the corrupted version of Saber. And you see, like, the other spirits. I mentioned earlier in this stream how Lancer comes back as a caster and Ryder as a Lancer. And it's just some cool stuff there. I enjoyed that. What's going on with the music now? Now it's not playing. So, moving on. Then the next one I watched was from 2018, Fate Extra Last Encore. Which this one takes place in like the year 3000 something. It takes place in the very distant future, following Hakuno Kishinami and the Red Saber, Nero Claudius. Which this was probably my least favorite one of all the series I watched, though I still enjoyed it. I just didn't really know what the hell was going on here. I think this adapts the video game, or it could be like the sequel to the video game. Something like that. There's a video game called Fate Extra. I think that was the PSP video game. And it has a similar concept to Fate Grand Order in that they're kind of in a virtual world. It kind of reminded me of Sword Art Online. And they got to go through all these different stratums, ascending to the top to stop the, what was the guy's name? Twice Peaceman, I think. I forget what the dude's name was. But he's been there for like 1,000 years. Just plotting the demise of humanity. And there's some good cameos there. I think what carries this one, though, is the voice acting. Like, the voice acting was so good. The characters were fun. It doesn't necessarily make any sense, at least not to me. But to me, it was good. The battles were fun. And I do think it probably benefits if you played the video game, because of how it's connected to the video game. But yeah. Then I watched the 2 movies connected to Fate Grand Order. There's two parts to this movie series. Fate Grand Order, The Knights of the Round Table, Camelot, Wandering, and Paladin. And it follows Bedivere. And again, it follows Ritsuka Fujimura and MASH as they go back to Jerusalem. They go to Jerusalem and have to stop the corrupted King Arthur, who turned into like the evil goddess or whatever. And you meet other badass servants like Ozymandias, and all of the Knights of the Round Table more or less are there. I'll tell you, like, obviously it follows Bedivere, and Mordred's there too. But who else was there? I gotta refer back to the cast. Agravain, Lancelot, Tristan, Mordred, and Gawain. So these were good too. These were like hour and 45-minute movies. There's 2 of them. Good stuff. And I'm currently watching this one right now. Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front, Babylonia. Which again sees Ritsuka Fujimura and MASH go to ancient Babylonia and saving the Singularity. That was established in the Fate Grand Order movie here, where there were 7 singularities. And they've been going to the different singularities to write them to make things good. So that was my quick review of the Fate movies and series. Oh, later, Justin. Thanks for hanging out, man. We're gonna end the stream soon too. I just wanted to talk about that though, because I don't know if I'm gonna record reviews for them, but I've been watching the Fate series now for the past 2 weeks. And I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it to all you guys. I do recommend it. Let's see what you guys think. Justin said, I don't know, something similar happened in the UK. I think a lot voted for conservative or local government, but the Prime Minister Trudeau, something like that. I don't vote anymore. Yeah, voting doesn't even matter. Ryan, the route that segs is relevant on the plot. The Mapu tofu scene. Oh, that's the one with Kirei. That was fucking great. Yeah, Kirei is one of my favorite characters in the entire series, man. Oh, I forgot to mention, too, with not Unlimited Blade Works, with Heaven's Feel. Assassin is one of the servants in the other routes, but then you learn in Heaven's Feel there's True Assassin. So badass. Hassan of the Cursed Arm. It's so awesome. UFO Table of Fates is basically you at least already watched the Zero version. Yeah. Yeah, because they connect so many things there. Ilya route is merge of Sakura. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I thought there was only 3 routes, but I guess Nasu wanted Ilya to have her own route, but they put it in the 3rd route. Okay. Alternative timeline when the 3rd Holy Grail War got stolen by the Germans. Yes. Interesting fact is Gord's Musik's son, Gordolf, is an important character in the Grand Order Losbelt arc. Justin, well, he hijacked the leadership of the Red Team, didn't he? Yeah, I mean, he was kind of the de facto leader of the Red Team anyway, but then it was revealed that he was actually a servant. He was also the other ruler class to counteract John Dark as ruler. Yeah, the Fate anime is sort of like a harem, to a certain extent. Tube Baby, basically, Chaldea is not in the future. Oh, it's in 2015. Okay. Fate Extra Last Encore is actually sequel of Fate Extra. That's what I thought. That's why Fate Extra Last Encore was so confusing to me. Because they sort of bill it as the fact that it's like an adaptation of the anime, but no, adaptation of the game. But no, it is a sequel to the game, isn't it? That's why. Yeah, what's going on with the remake for Fate Extra? What happened to it? Fate Extra is the only time when Saber class servant is in it. Fate Samurai Remnant story is actually good. You need to play it sometime. I do want to play Fate Samurai Remnant, Ryan. I think I might. I have a few episodes to watch of the Babylonia, and then that movie, and then some of the OVAs and stuff, and I think I will. I was looking into getting Fate Extella as well. So. But yeah, Ryan seems to be the only guy who cares about the Fate series. Komanga and Scorpio, if you're still here, do you have any interest in watching the Fate series, or am I just, talking nonsense to you? I don't even know. But I think I am going to end this stream because we're at about 2 hours, so I've gone on long enough. I've enjoyed it. That's all that counts. I mean, if you guys don't care, that's your loss, but I definitely recommend the Fate series. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm trying to share with everyone else. Kind of like how I was talking about the Trail series for over a year, trying to explain to everyone how great it is. And now with the Final Fantasy games, explain how Final Fantasy II is indeed better than Final Fantasy VII. These are just the facts. But anyway, alright. I think I'll end now. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks Ryan. Thanks D Scorpio, Komanga, Justin, everyone else who stopped by. We kind of had a small crowd tonight, but it is what it is. I will be live again next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about the Summer Games Fest because Summer Games Fest is on Friday, so we'll talk about that next Saturday and whatever else is going on. And then I'll upload my review of Final Fantasy IV next Friday, so stay tuned for that as well. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good night. Komanga, I think I will watch it. I haven't seen the Fate series. Watch it, man. I recommend it. Absolutely. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.